Alright guys, so we're still messing with this Tikka T3X. I have had some stuff going on, but I finally got back to it. Excited, got the objective cap, not a big deal. I have decided on what upgrades I'm going to do, and I've already got the stuff, so I can do it all right now. I'll show you that here in a second. Of course, I've got it on the ironing board, you know, that's just the professional way to do it. Now, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to go over today is old news. In fact, for years I've had comments from some of you guys telling me how great the Tikka was and how you could upgrade it and use it for a custom rifle and do all kinds of cool stuff. So there's a lot of you watching this that I think will find it fun and interesting, but it's nothing new. But then hopefully it can be educational to other viewers that don't know. So we'll kind of go into this, you know, some of those things. First and foremost, let's look at this. Now this is 162 grain AMAX bullet. This bullet has a cartridge overall length of 2.917. Now I measure to the ogive, but just for the sake of reference, I did measure to the end of the tip. It's 2.917. It will not fit in a short action magazine. If you look here, that the plug right there, it's as far back as it's going to go. It's definitely not going to fit in a short action magazine. Now, several of you guys said, hey, you can get the M Plus mags, which basically were designed for the 6.5 Creedmoor. And so anything that is just a little bit longer, kind of like that, would be perfect. Focus. Would be perfect in the M Plus mags. And you're 100% right. I think they're around 2.9 inches. This one might be just a hair longer, but I could always push it back in there just a little bit further. And all the rest of my hand loads, I can't see them being longer than this. So the M Plus mag would probably work. I went a different route though. I got a long action magazine. Now you can see, here it is in the long action magazine. Honestly, it doesn't have a huge gap. It honestly looks pretty good, but yet I still have some room. The long action Tikka magazines are around 3.37 or something like that as far as the internal dimensions. So it's not like my Remington 700 that has a 3.5 inch 30-06 magazine. So take that for what you will, but I guess the point I'm getting at is if you have a short action cartridge in a short action Tikka rifle, a really cool and fairly cheap thing you can do is just get a long action magazine, and I'll put it on the screen here, and a long action bolt stop, which I have done, and I'm going to install today. So the magazine is interchangeable. There's nothing to do there. They all are the same outside dimensions. I'm just going to pop that in. But I will be replacing the bolt stop here. So that bolt stop will be getting replaced with the stainless steel one that I've been showing you. And it should be a very easy thing to do. I can't show it on YouTube. They consider it, you know, a modification, even though the manufacturer made this really easy for us to switch between long and short actions. But I'm going to do that. And so let's go ahead and do that now. Now I'm not going to show it being done, but you can just tell the old and the new. And then you just basically are going to pull that pin out, and there's a spring that's in here as well. So the spring, the pin, and this is going to be replaced. You can see there's more cut out on the long action, so it can go back further. There's the pins. Let's get it installed. Now I checked the trigger tension on the last one and couldn't get it below about 3 1/4. Well, I think one time I got 3. If you look, I can get it to focus here. If you look, it's literally bottomed out on that screw, which actually is what the manufacturer wants. That tells you it's as far back as you're supposed to go. So I'm going to need to put a spring in there, and we're going to do that now.
Nice.
All right, in case you're wondering, I have tested to see if this would fit in my chamber even before I bought all this stuff, and it will. I haven't measured the jam yet, but I can tell you this goes in there very smoothly without any resistance. So it's at least that long on the jam, if not longer. Let me show you. So it obviously sits back further, as it should, with the new bolt stop. A new stainless steel bolt stop. And it's got the longer magazine in there now. And then obviously it's hard to tell on camera, but check out this trigger pull. Oh yeah, baby. Pretty happy with this. All right, clean up my oily rag and my tools here. That was extremely easy to do. For now, I'm not going to change out the bolt shroud, though it does kind of stick out. It almost needs a stainless looking one. But for now, I'm not going to do that. Of course, like I showed you last time, I got that recoil pad on there. However, I do have another one coming that I think might be better. I talked about changing out the bottom metal, but I don't think I'm going to. I think it's fine. I don't think it's necessary. And then I talked about getting an upgraded recoil lug, but from what I've heard from different people in the chat, especially Derek, who's done a lot of these, he hasn't noticed enough difference to say that it really does anything. So based on Derek and everybody else, I think I'm good to go. The magazine was probably like 40 bucks. The bolt stop was around that, for like 40 or 50. The trigger spring was like 10 bucks. So I spent probably an extra 100 bucks, and I'm happy I did. I'm gonna leave you with one thing here. I just want to talk about customizing Tikkas. And by the way, this is a 1 in 9 twist. It says it right on the barrel. It's not 1 in 9.5. They used to be, and most gun retail manufacturer websites still show 1 in 9.5, but they have changed their 7mm to 1 in 9. Now I'm sure if you got a 7 PRC or something, it would be a 1 in 8. But with my elevation at 1400 and the 1 in 9 twist, I think I should easily stabilize 175 grain bullets. Now I'm going to be testing out 110 up to 160 grain bullets, but now that I have that room to easily seat the bullet out, I'm definitely interested. Which got me thinking thinking way ahead, because I have no money to buy any more guns, but this is a cool action to get like a 270 short mag, you know, or if you had a custom barrel like a 284 Winchester. It's a great action for that, because you just get the long mag, you get the long bolt stop, and you're ready to roll. So easy. There's people that are watching this that have known this for a long time. In fact, I had someone comment saying they literally bought this gun, put a 284 Winchester barrel on it, and kind of did the same thing I just did. So it's nothing new, it's just new to me. But man, this is an awesome rifle for short action or medium length action cartridges that you want to extend that bullet out further. As long as the chamber is cut right, man, it's cool. It really is cool. Now, if you bought this in a long action, it is a little bit limited compared to some other rifles in the long action magazine length. But it's definitely beyond SAMI spec, so you're going to be fine. But this thing is just geared towards short action and medium action cartridges that you want to stick the bullet out there just a little bit. And once again, I know you guys that are watching this have known this for a long time. I just haven't really looked into it because I never had a Tikka rifle before. I'm extremely happy with this gun. I'm happy with the scope, happy with the whole rifle setup. The thing I'm going to do next is get every single bullet that I am going to be shooting, and I'm going to measure the chamber and get where it jams into the lands, write all that down, figure out where I want to back up, have all that information ready. So when I start to reload, I'll know what my cartridge overall length will be, and I'll be measuring that to the ogive. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more content with this and many other guns. Much more reloading. Many more cartridge talks all coming up, especially as we get closer to the fall and winter. A lot of cool content coming. Leave comments below about the Tikka, about 7mm-08, about customizing rifles, whatever. And until next time, guys, have a great day and take care.